Welcome to our YouTube channel, dedicated to exploring the latest insights and opportunities in the world of finance and investments, with a special focus on currency revaluation, gold and silver investments, cryptocurrency, and make money online opportunities and more. Please note that the content on this YouTube channel is for informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. We are not licensed financial advisors, and the opinions expressed on this channel are based on our own research and personal experience. We strongly recommend that you do your own research and consult with a licensed financial advisor. Also, just before we go any further, this channel has a weekly giveaway of 100 Dogecoin. To enter, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, like this video, and watch this video until the end, because if you don't, you will be automatically disqualified from the giveaway. We will be sharing the random hashtag keyword daily somewhere in the video, and then comment hashtag the keyword with no spaces in between in the comment section. Good luck. Now, let's proceed with the latest Iraq dinar news and intel today. Please take these information with a grain of salt, and please make sure to do your own due diligence. Before we dive into today's intel updates, let me just say, this might be one of the most exciting info drops we've seen in a while. There are a few things buried in these headlines that could easily be overlooked, but in my opinion, they point directly to major movement on the Iraqi dinar. And no, I'm not just talking about recycled news or hype. I'm talking about real shifts on the ground, in policy, and from some of the biggest global financial players. Now, I won't give it away up front, but I will tell you this. By the time we get to the end of this video, I'll break down exactly why these specific updates matter more than usual and how they tie into everything we've been studying about the revaluation or reinstatement. So stick around, watch the full update, and make sure you don't miss my final take. Trust me, if you've been following this journey closely, this is not the one you want to skip. From Intel Newshound Guru Mountain Goat, Article 46 Iraqi business leaders participated in the investment summit in Washington. The U.S. Embassy in Baghdad said in a statement, a delegation of 46 business leaders from Iraq, including the Kurdistan region, arrived in the United States to participate in the annual Select USA Investment Summit, which was held in the Washington, D.C. area from May 11th to 14. So does the U.S. want to help move Iraq along? Has the U.S. under the Trump administration changed its foreign policy to one of strong leadership to help move the reforms ahead in Iraq? It certainly appears that way. The time of the reset is nearing. They must now move this along. From Intel Newshound Guru Mark Z via PDK, comment. Soudani said before his term ends, they would bring the dinar back to its former glory. From Marx, his term ends in November. I think he will make this happen, but I do not believe we will be waiting that long. From Intel Guru Frank 26, from Firefly. Soudani and Alak threatened us to bring in our currency. They say bring in the 3 zeros notes that you Iraqi citizens are hoarding, or they will make a new currency and force us to bring in what we have to get this new type of currency. From Frank, go talk to Mr. Sammy. From Firefly, Mr. Sammy says, relax, man. The dinar is gaining strength, and it's not gaining strength because the dollar is dropping. No, the dinar is gaining against the dollar in our country. From Frank, if they threaten you to come out with a new currency to replace the 3 zero notes, why would you call that a threat? I call that a blessing. They're going to give you the lower notes to replace the 3 zero notes. That's why they're talking about it. From Newshound Guru Claire, article, U.S. warning of Tehran's influence on Baghdad's relations with Erbil. Quote, Secretary of State Marco Rubio's statement regarding the rise of Iranian influence in Iraq, which he considered a serious threat to American interests, has raised concerns about the U.S. turning its back on Iraq to deal with it, according to a new relationship that does not rule out taking necessary measures against the country. In testimony before the U.S. House Foreign Affairs Committee on Wednesday, Rubio stated that Iran's influence in Iraq has clearly increased and has seeped into the joints of the government, posing a serious threat to American interests. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio affirmed in his testimony before the U.S. House Foreign Affairs Committee that Iraq must respect the autonomous entity of the Kurdistan region and must also commit to respecting American companies operating there. From Newshound guru Pimpy, what we want to see happen is Iraq to change their exchange rate but leave the zeros on the banknotes. That's what we want. That's how you make your money. If you're going to be rich, that's how it's going to happen. All of a sudden you wake up one day and for whatever reason, Iraq has decided to change your exchange rate to $3.22 without removing the zeros. Boom. Get that money, because that's the only way you're going to make millions based on all the studying I've done of redenominations and revaluing throughout the histories. From Intel Guru Frank26 from Firefly, Salon TV saying the dinar supply reached a critical stage from 87% to 90%, now held outside of banks, and saying hoarding by the citizens is getting to be a real issue. From Intel, Newshound Guru Mark Z via PDK. Comment, I hear banks are getting ready. From Mark Z, I've heard that as well and makes me feel good. I think it could go anytime now. From Mark Z, that's what I hear. From Newshound/Intel Guru Walking Stick, they've already worked out the math on this. It's at least 1-to-1 in my opinion. This is not a threat, it's a blessing. They are threatening them with the lower denoms because they want to complete the whole program. From Guru Nader, from the Mideast article, nearly 90% of Iraq's money supply is held outside the formal banking sector, largely hoarded in homes. The vast leakage of cash poses a serious challenge to the country's financial stability and long-term economic growth. Saleh stated the hoarding of cash has reached critical levels. 91 to 92 trillion dinars are currently outside the banking system, driven by public distrust in financial institutions. Before ending with few more updates, the hashtag keyword for the 100 Dogecoin giveaway is influence. You can be the lucky winner if you like, subscribe, and watch the main content of this video. This will be for this coming Sunday's giveaway, and the winner will be announced in one of the Sunday's videos, so you do not want to miss it. From Intel Guru Bruce via Wiser Now, think we're all at the point where we know everything's ready to go. Notifications can come out anytime Friday night. Saturday even takes us into Sunday. This is dependent on one thing, that all of the banks around the world being fully with the quantum financial system and with the Starlink system, connectability, interconnectability. This is good for the entire world. The weekend should be when we get notified, provided everything is fully interconnected globally. From Newshound Guru Pimpy, community comment. You have always said a 25,000 dinar note is going to be a 25 dinar note. Not here, in country only. I never said it's only in country only. Whenever a country changes its currency, it's worldwide. Whenever they're changing their exchange rate, it's worldwide. This isn't just in-country, out-country. That's bullshit. And finally, the last update is from Intel Guru Frank26. Iran is the reason Iraq does not have a new exchange rate. Security and stability in Iraq is amazing. It's growing, it's expanding. Everybody wants a piece of it, even if it's not the official exchange rate yet. That screams that you have a new rate. Iran is no longer the threat to the new IQD exchange rate. Therefore, it will soon be released to the world. In my opinion, these latest updates offer some of the clearest indicators yet that Iraq is preparing for a strategic revaluation or reinstatement, not a currency gimmick or cosmetic redenomination. The Select USA Summit, where 46 Iraqi business leaders engaged with global investors in Washington, signals one thing. Iraq is actively integrating into the global financial system and is laying the diplomatic and economic groundwork to restore its currency's international role. Add to that the IMF's recent Article 4 conclusion, which called for urgent reforms while praising Iraq's progress in modernizing trade finance and narrowing the parallel market spread, and we're looking at a nation in financial transformation. But what really drives this home is the data from PM advisor Dr. Saleh, confirming that nearly 90% of Iraq's money supply is hoarded outside the banks. That is a massive problem. It weakens the central bank's control, suffocates economic growth, and undermines de-dollarization efforts. And this is why an RV or RI isn't just beneficial, it's necessary. By increasing the value of the dinar, Introducing lower denominations and encouraging citizens to deposit their currency before deadlines, Iraq can pull cash off the streets and rebuild monetary confidence. This is not something you achieve by deleting zeros first. If Iraq intended to lop 3 zeros off a 25,000 note without increasing its value, they would have done it years ago. But they didn't, because doing so would have destroyed purchasing power. A citizen's life savings of 2 million dinars would drop to just 2,000 with no rate change worth under $2. That makes no sense for a country fighting to build investor confidence, grow GDP by over 5%, and digitize its economy. So while Pimpy continues to suggest that Iraq will devalue first and then raise the rate, that logic completely contradicts everything Iraq has spent years building. Iraq has shown us repeatedly that it is adding value, not removing it. And until there's clear evidence showing otherwise, I'm going to continue to call it how I see it. Finally, we posted a breaking analysis video the other day. We have critical news from Iraq. A high-level Iraqi government delegation recently met with the International Monetary Fund, IMF, to discuss strengthening Iraq's currency. Could this meeting signal Iraq's plans for an imminent economic breakthrough and the long-awaited revaluation or reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar? We unpacked and explained what this means for Iraq's economic future. Please go ahead and check it out by clicking on the link on the top right of this video, as you don't want to miss this. Lastly, we will continue to post videos about the recent events and articles supporting the changes taking place in Iraq, so you don't want to miss them. Also, don't forget, please drop a comment below with hashtag and the keyword and let us know what you think. If you like this content and like to support this channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you get notified when new videos are uploaded. See you on the next video. Bye.